Australia isn't just a country, it's a continent full of stunning contrasts, with breathtaking beaches, unique wildlife, and landscapes that range from tropical rainforests to vast red deserts. From the colorful coral reefs of Queensland to the dramatic cliffs along the southern coast, and from peaceful islands to lively cities, Australia has something for every kind of traveler. Did you know that Australia has over 10,000 beaches, more than any other country in the world? Or that it's home to the oldest living culture on Earth, with Aboriginal traditions dating back more than 65,000 years. In this video, we'll explore the most beautiful places to visit in Australia. From world-famous icons like Uluru and the Great Barrier Reef to hidden gems you might not know about. Whether you're planning a trip or just love discovering new places, this journey through Australia's natural and cultural treasures will leave you inspired. We start our journey with one of the most iconic and visually stunning beaches on the planet. Let me welcome you to Whitehaven Beach, located in the heart of the Whitsunday Islands off the coast of Queensland, Australia. Stretching over 7 kilometers, Whitehaven Beach is famous for its unbelievably white sand, so fine and pure that it's made up of 98.9% silica. This unique composition not only gives the beach its dazzling white color, but also keeps the sand cool, even under the scorching Australian sun. Only accessible by boat, seaplane, or helicopter, Whitehaven remains untouched by roads or buildings, making it feel like a truly hidden paradise. One of the highlights here is the breathtaking Hill Inlet, where swirling tides create ever-changing patterns of turquoise water and white sand, best seen from the lookout trail above. But here's something you might not know. At times, part of the swirling inlet appears black or dark gray. This happens when mineral-rich sand from inland areas mixes with the silica, creating dramatic color contrasts during low tide. Whitehaven Beach is more than a beach. It's a natural masterpiece. Next on our journey, we arrive at one of Australia's most iconic natural landmarks. The Three Sisters, located in the heart of the Blue Mountains, near the town of Katoomba in New South Wales. These 3 striking sandstone peaks stand side by side, overlooking the vast Jameson Valley. Towering up to 922 meters above sea level, they are not just a geological wonder, but a place rich in cultural meaning. The name Three Sisters comes from a well-known Aboriginal legend of the Gundungurra people. According to the story, 3 sisters, Mihni, Wimla, and Gunadu, fell in love with men from a neighboring tribe. As tribal law forbade their union, a tribal elder turned them to stone to protect them. But before he could reverse the spell, tragedy struck, leaving the sisters forever frozen in time. This breathtaking region is also known for its vast eucalyptus forests, rugged cliffs, and deep valleys. The name Blue Mountains comes from the blue haze that blankets the area, caused by tiny oil droplets released from the eucalyptus trees. When combined with sunlight and dust particles in the air, the landscape takes on a soft blue tint that gives the mountains their mystical look. The formation is best viewed from Echo Point Lookout, especially at sunrise or sunset when the rocks glow orange and gold. The Three Sisters are more than a tourist stop. They are a living legend in stone and a symbol of Australia's deep cultural roots. From the misty cliffs of the Blue Mountains, we head south to one of Australia's most iconic coastal landmarks. Welcome to the 12 Apostles, located along the spectacular Great Ocean Road in Victoria. These giant limestone stacks rise dramatically from the Southern Ocean, just off the rugged coastline of Port Campbell National Park. Formed over millions of years by erosion, the Apostles were once part of the mainland cliffs. Wind and waves carved caves in the rock, which became arches, and eventually collapsed into the isolated towers we see today, some standing up to 50 meters high. Despite the name, there were never 12 of them. In fact, there were originally 9 stacks, but the name 12 Apostles was chosen in the 20th century simply because it sounded grand and biblical, attracting more visitors. Today, only 8 remain, as nature continues its slow work of reshaping the coastline. The best views are at sunrise or sunset, when the golden light brings the pillars and cliffs to life. It's one of the most photographed and unforgettable spots in all of Australia. From the soaring cliffs of the 12 Apostles, we now head far west to one of the most surreal beaches in the country. Welcome to Lucky Bay, located in Cape Le Grand National Park, just outside the town of Esperance in Western Australia. Lucky Bay is world famous for its incredibly white sand, often ranked among the whitest in Australia, and its calm, crystal clear turquoise waters. But what makes this beach truly unforgettable is its regular visitors, kangaroos. Yes, kangaroos are often seen lounging on the sand, peacefully soaking up the sun just meters away from beachgoers. It's one of the few places in the world where you can share a beach with wild kangaroos in such a natural, safe setting. The name Lucky Bay dates back to 1802, when British explorer Matthew Flinders sought shelter from a storm and safely anchored here, calling it Lucky for that reason. With picture-perfect scenery and one of the most uniquely Australian beach experiences, Lucky Bay is a must-see destination that feels straight out of a postcard. From the peaceful shores of Lucky Bay, we now journey to a place that truly lives up to its name. Welcome to Fraser Island. Traditionally known as Kagari, which means paradise in the language of the Butchulla people, the island's First Nations custodians. Located off the coast of Queensland, K'gari is the largest sand island in the world, stretching over 120 kilometers long. It's a place where rainforests grow on sand and crystal clear freshwater lakes, like the stunning Lake Mackenzie, sit high above sea level, filled with pure rainwater and surrounded by dazzling white silica sand. One of its most iconic sights is the Maheno shipwreck, a luxury ocean liner that washed ashore during a cyclone in 1935. K'gari is also home to some of the purest dingoes in Australia. And its beaches double as natural highways for four-wheel drive adventurers. With its mix of natural beauty, cultural history, and rugged charm, Fraser Island is unlike anywhere else on Earth. From the sandy highways of Fraser Island, we head south to Tasmania, home to one of the most visually striking coastlines in the world, the Bay of Fires. Located along Tasmania's northeast coast, the Bay of Fires is famous for its brilliant white beaches, clear turquoise waters, and the vibrant orange-red lichen that covers the granite boulders scattered along the shore. The fiery colors against the bright sand and blue sea create a surreal, almost dreamlike landscape, perfect for photography, swimming, and coastal walks. Despite its dramatic appearance, the name Bay of Fires wasn't inspired by the rocks. It was named by British navigator Captain Tobias Furneaux in 1773, after he spotted Aboriginal campfires along the shore as he sailed past. Today, the region is known for its pristine, untouched nature, peaceful atmosphere, and abundant marine life. It's also a haven for ecotourism, with opportunities for kayaking, snorkeling, and wildlife spotting. Bottlenose dolphins are often seen just offshore. You might even spot humpback whales or southern right whales as they migrate along Tasmania's coast. Bay of Fires is a perfect example of Tasmania's raw, natural beauty, a place where land, sea, and culture come together in vivid color. From the vivid coastlines of Tasmania, we head to the raw golden heart of Western Australia. Welcome to the Pinnacles Desert, one of the most surreal landscapes in the entire country. Located within Nambung National Park, just a few hours north of Perth, the Pinnacles Desert is home to thousands of limestone pillars rising from yellow sand like an alien forest. Some of these natural towers are only a meter tall, while others stretch over 3.5 meters high, scattered across the desert in strange, haunting formations. These ancient spires were formed 30,000 years ago, believed to be remnants of seashells from an earlier era, eroded over time by wind and water into the shapes we see today. This isn't the Australia most people picture. It's silent, eerie, and extraordinary. The Pinnacles Desert is a powerful reminder of just how diverse and mysterious this land can be. Now, let's discover the Wave Rock, located near the small town of Hyden, about 340 kilometers east of Perth. This incredible natural formation looks exactly like a giant ocean wave frozen in time, curling nearly 15 meters high and stretching over 110 meters long. But it's not water. It's solid rock. Formed over 2.7 billion years, Wave rock is made of ancient granite slowly shaped by erosion, chemical weathering, and rainfall over millions of years. Its smooth, rippled surface and striking stripes of red, yellow, and gray make it a favorite spot for photographers and nature lovers alike. The dramatic shape wasn't carved by human hands, but entirely by the forces of nature. Wave rock is also deeply significant in Aboriginal culture. Local Dreamtime stories tell of a giant rainbow serpent that shaped the land as it moved through the earth. Standing before it feels like standing in front of a frozen tsunami. Wave rock is truly one of Australia's most extraordinary and unexpected sights. Uluru, also known as Eyre's Rock, is one of the most iconic natural landmarks in Australia and one of the most spiritually significant places on the continent. This massive sandstone monolith rises 348 meters above the desert floor and stretches more than 9 kilometers around its base. Formed over 550 million years ago, Uluru appears to shift colors throughout the day, glowing red at sunrise, deep orange at sunset, and even turning purple under certain conditions. But beyond its natural beauty, Uluru holds deep cultural meaning for the Anangu people, the traditional owners of the land. It is considered a sacred site, rich with Dreamtime stories, ancient rock art, and ceremonial areas that are still respected today. In 2019, climbing Uluru was officially banned, honoring the wishes of the Anangu community. Instead, visitors are encouraged to experience the area through base walks, cultural tours, and interpretive centers that highlight its indigenous significance. Uluru is more than a natural wonder. It is a symbol of Australia's spiritual and cultural heart. Lake Eyre, officially known as Kati Thanda Lake Eyre, is a vast and surreal landscape located in the remote outback of South Australia. It is the largest salt lake in Australia and also the lowest natural point on the continent, lying about 15 meters below sea level. Most of the time, it appears as a massive shimmering white salt flat stretching across more than 9,500 square kilometers. But after rare inland rains, the lake comes to life, filling with shallow water and transforming into a temporary inland sea. Even more incredible, Under certain conditions, Lake Eyre can turn pink due to the growth of salt-loving algae and bacteria that thrive in its briny water. The lake's alien beauty, its pink hues, and its extreme isolation make it one of the most otherworldly natural wonders in Australia, where silence stretches for miles and nature still writes the rules. Another stunning salt lake is Lake Gairdner, located in the remote outback of South Australia, northwest of Port Augusta. This massive salt flat stretches across more than 4,000 square kilometers, making it one of the largest in the country and one of the most visually surreal. But under rare weather conditions, when there's significant rainfall in the region or from distant catchments, it can temporarily fill with shallow water, transforming into an enormous reflective lake. When this happens, the lake takes on a magical quality. The water can appear pink or silver, depending on light, algae, and mineral content. These rare flooding events may last for weeks or months before the water slowly evaporates under the hot sun, leaving behind a fresh layer of salt. This cycle of flood and evaporation gives Lake Gairdner a timeless, otherworldly feel. Another stunning pink lake is Hutt Lagoon, located near the small coastal town of Port Gregory in Western Australia, about 500 kilometers north of Perth. Hutt Lagoon is easily accessible by road, making it one of the most popular pink lakes for travelers to visit. The lake gets its vivid pink to red coloring from a type of algae called Dunaliella salina, which produces beta-carotene, the same natural pigment found in carrots. What makes Hutt Lagoon so special is its remarkable and ever-changing color palette. The lake can appear soft pink, hot magenta, bright red, or even lilac purple, depending on the time of day, season, salinity, and cloud cover. Hutt Lagoon is more than a tourist attraction. It's also a commercial site, where beta-carotene is harvested for use in cosmetics, health supplements, and food coloring. Framed by the Indian Ocean on one side and rugged outback terrain on the other, Hutt Lagoon offers a rare and mesmerizing mix of science and beauty. It's a place where nature seems to play with color, and no two visits ever look quite the same. Stretching over 2,300 kilometers along the coast of Queensland, the Great Barrier Reef is the largest coral reef system in the world, and the only living structure visible from space. It's made up of over 2,900 individual reefs and 900 islands, making it not just a natural wonder of Australia, but one of the most extraordinary ecosystems on the planet. Home to thousands of species of marine life, including turtles, clownfish, reef sharks, manta rays, and the endangered dugong, the reef is a paradise for snorkelers and divers. Despite its beauty, the reef is also fragile, facing threats from climate change and bleaching events. Efforts are ongoing to protect and preserve this living treasure for future generations. The Great Barrier Reef is not just a destination. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience and a symbol of Australia's natural wonder. Many people think Sydney is the capital of Australia, but it's not. That title belongs to Canberra, located between Sydney and Melbourne. Still, Sydney is undeniably Australia's most iconic and internationally recognized city, often mistaken for the capital because of its global landmarks, vibrant lifestyle, and historic importance. Located on the east coast of New South Wales, Sydney is built around one of the most beautiful natural harbours in the world. Sydney is also home to the Sydney Opera House, a masterpiece of modern design and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Designed by Danish architect Jørn Utzon, its iconic sail-like roof took over 14 years to build and has become one of the most recognizable structures in the world. It hosts more than 1,500 performances a year, ranging from opera and ballet to concerts and theatre, making it a true cultural hub of Australia. Just across the water stands the towering Sydney Harbour Bridge, affectionately known as the Coat Hanger. Visitors can even climb to the top for breathtaking 360-degree views of the city and the sea. Another unmissable landmark is the Sydney Tower, the tallest structure in the city. Standing at 309 meters, it dominates the skyline and offers a panoramic observation deck known as Sydney Tower Eye, where visitors can take in the city, the harbour, and even the blue mountains on a clear day. Nearby, Circular Quay and the Rocks form the historic and cultural heart of Sydney, with cobblestone streets, museums, pubs, and markets. Just a short walk away, the lush Royal Botanic Garden offers a quiet escape with postcard-perfect harbour views. Sydney is a city of contrasts, historic yet modern, relaxed yet vibrant. Its neighbourhoods are full of character, from trendy Newtown and creative Surrey Hills to the colourful streets of Chinatown. With its blend of iconic sites, diverse culture, and natural beauty, Sydney isn't the capital, but for many, it's the beating heart of Australia. Of course, no visit to Sydney is complete without experiencing its iconic beaches. Bondi Beach is a global favourite. Famous for its golden sands, reliable surf, and vibrant beach culture. It's one of the most visited beaches in Australia, attracting locals, backpackers, and surfers from around the world. The beach is patrolled year-round by lifeguards and is home to the legendary Bondi Rescue Team, made famous by the international TV series. Just behind the beach, you'll find trendy cafes, markets, and art-filled laneways that reflect Bondi's laid-back, creative vibe. One of the best ways to experience the coastline is by taking the Bondi to Coogee Coastal Walk, a scenic 6-kilometer cliffside trail offering panoramic ocean views, rock pools, and hidden coves along the way. Whether you're there to surf, swim, sunbathe, or just soak up the atmosphere, Bondi Beach is the perfect symbol of Sydney's outdoor lifestyle. Often considered Australia's cultural capital, Melbourne is a city known for its creativity, diversity, and irresistible charm. Located in the southeastern state of Victoria, Melbourne is the country's second largest city, and a place where art, coffee, sport, and style come together in one endlessly dynamic package. The heart of Melbourne is its laneway culture. Tucked between tall buildings, these narrow alleys are filled with colorful street art, quirky boutiques, and world-class coffee shops. Places like Hosier Lane have become open-air art galleries, constantly changing with new murals and graffiti from local and international artists. Melbourne is also home to iconic landmarks like Federation Square, a bold architectural statement and central gathering point in the city, and Flinders Street Station, with its distinctive yellow facade and green dome, a historic meeting spot for locals. Just across the river, the Royal Botanic Gardens offer a peaceful escape with over 8,500 plant species spread across beautifully designed landscapes. For sports fans, Melbourne is a dream come true. It hosts some of the biggest events in the country, including the Australian Open, the Melbourne Cup, and the legendary AFL Grand Final at the massive Melbourne Cricket Ground, MCG. Whether you come for the food, the festivals, the fashion, or just a flat white in a hidden cafe, Melbourne is a city that rewards curiosity, and one that many visitors fall in love with the moment they arrive. Perth is one of the most unique cities in Australia, not just because it's the capital of Western Australia, but because it's also one of the most isolated major cities in the world. With the vast outback to the east and the Indian Ocean to the west, Perth has developed its own laid-back charm, where urban sophistication meets natural beauty. Built along the banks of the Swan River, Perth is known for its sunshine, clean air, and endless blue skies. It's actually the sunniest capital city in Australia, with more sunny days than anywhere else in the country. In the heart of the city, you'll find Kings Park, one of the largest urban parks in the world, bigger than New York's Central Park. From its elevated walkways and botanical gardens, you get sweeping views of the city skyline and the river below. Just outside the city, Cottesloe Beach offers white sand, clear water, and perfect sunsets over the Indian Ocean. And if you want to meet some of Australia's happiest animals, hop on a ferry to Rottnest Island, home of the quokka, a friendly marsupial known for its constant smile. The nearby neighborhood of Fremantle, or Frio to locals, is a lively port town full of colonial architecture, craft breweries, markets, and live music. It's the perfect place to experience Perth's creative spirit and coastal energy. Though it's often overlooked due to its distance, Perth rewards those who make the journey. It's a city where you can surf in the morning, wander an art gallery in the afternoon, and watch the sunset over the ocean in the evening, all in the same day. We end our journey in Brisbane, the vibrant capital of Queensland, and one of Australia's fastest growing and most dynamic cities. Often overshadowed by Sydney and Melbourne, Brisbane has quietly become a favorite for travelers who want a relaxed, sunny lifestyle with a creative edge. Built around the winding Brisbane River, the city blends modern architecture with outdoor living. Locals make the most of the subtropical climate, whether it's kayaking along the river, enjoying open-air markets, or relaxing in one of Brisbane's many green spaces. One of the city's highlights is South Bank, a cultural and recreational precinct with museums, art galleries, and even a man-made beach right in the middle of the city. Across the river, the Brisbane CBD mixes sleek skyscrapers with historic buildings. While neighborhoods like Fortitude Valley and West End offer indie music venues, street art, vintage shops, and some of the city's best food and coffee. And the skyline is crowned by the iconic Story Bridge, a heritage-listed steel structure that's become one of Brisbane's defining landmarks. Not only can you walk or cycle across it, but thrill seekers can even climb to the top for spectacular views of the city, the river, and the mountains beyond. Brisbane also offers easy access to one of Queensland's most iconic destinations, the world-famous Gold Coast. Just an hour's drive south, the Gold Coast is known for its surf beaches, skyscrapers, theme parks, and rainforest hinterland, making it a perfect getaway for both adventure and relaxation. It's a city that's growing fast, but still knows how to take it slow. With its subtropical climate, riverfront lifestyle, and welcoming locales, Brisbane captures the laid-back yet forward-looking spirit of modern Australia. From world-famous cities and sacred deserts to pink lakes, coral reefs, and island paradises, Australia is a land of unforgettable contrasts. Every destination has its own voice, its own landscape, and its own magic. Whether you're planning your next trip or simply dreaming for now, one thing is certain: Australia is never just one place. It's a whole world of wonder. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Until next time,